Hello there. Welcome, Aries. I am happy to see you back here. Welcome to Pirate Readings. This is the new channel. And if you are from Lady J, that's who I am. But if you're coming to me from Miss Joan's Tarot on the Hill, you're still in the right place. Thank you so much for coming over. Appreciate you so much. And if you're still there, the link is below, so you can come on over. Same great stuff, just a different name. All right. I really do want to welcome you, all of you. Doesn't matter who you are, kings, queens, in-betweens, doesn't matter. Everybody's welcome. I don't judge. Really grateful to have all of you. I really want you to feel safe here, and I want to help you. That is why I do what I do, is so that I can help you be prepared for what's coming next week, so that you'll be able to make adjustments and be prepared. All right. So that is the plan, and that is what we do here. I want to go ahead and share the personal card for the month for you, Aries. We have Personal Truth with Amazonite. We have been dealing with a lot of stuff last week, for sure. Definitely a little bit harder than average. We're making changes, and it's not always comfortable. I know that when, like the ladybug, the caterpillar, they go into the cocoon, they totally change their entire bodies, which I think is quite painful before they can come out and be butterflies. So that's kind of a big deal. And I feel like that's a little bit like what we're doing right now. Yes, I'm an Aries, so there's a lot of changes, a lot of metamorphosizing. So bear with me while I change. Yes, I have a logo. Boink. There we go. This is my new logo, and that's kind of cool. You'll be seeing it around in different ways in different places, and I hope that you like it. Go ahead and comment below how you see it, and if you like it, that's great. I am grateful for everyone that's here. We are going to talk right now about the 18th to the 24th of February. I have the cards out in front of me from the overview video, and I have this pre-programmed section of the Alleyman's Tarot. We're going to go ahead and lay out a few cards and get going here. All right. So that's cool. Last week was rough, not going to lie. So let's talk about what's going on here. All right. So we talked about deception. Nope. These guys are in the wrong order. Isn't it funny when things change up? You're like, wait, what? So we start this week with solitude. Just wanting to be left alone, right? After last week, I'm not at all surprised. It was a lot, right? So you're feeling like I need a minute to regroup. It looks like you're reading a book, learning something, which is something that you were told you needed to do anyway. So be sure that you're reading the right book, okay? It'll come up later, but I want you to pay attention to that, okay? You don't want to be reading the wrong stuff. You want to be paying attention to what you're getting into and what will help you and what will hinder you. Once again, we're talking about the Ten of Pentacles here. So that gift of finance that came your way, or that family money situation that came your way last week, is still up for grabs / needing to be dealt with in some way. Okay, it feels very much like you may have to make a decision about it, whether or not to do it. Maybe you shouldn't do it. Maybe you shouldn't accept the loan. Maybe you should. Maybe you still need to ask for the loan, and it was simply a discussion about whether you should or shouldn't. All right. There's always questions, right? We have the Le Monde card, okay? This has got a 39 on it, so some of you may be in that age range, and that's always interesting, right? But it shows this baby holding a timer, right? It's like an egg timer or an hourglass, either way. Speaking to how time is running out. Time is not going to be forever. So I feel like this isn't going to be on the table forever. You have to make a decision about it, okay? decisions of all kinds will need to be made this particular week. You'll have to be clear about what you want. He's sitting on a ball. He's sitting on what could very easily be a world, right? Maybe not our world, but he's sitting on a world. He is sitting on potential. He's sitting on hope. He's sitting on what's possible, right? King of the world, okay? So with that in mind, I want you to consider the possibility that your decisions might be important, okay? Pay attention to what's being offered. Be careful what you decide and figure out how you can handle the financial end of it. And then presto changeo, step through the door, okay? So that's just what's going on, right? And now we have what's blocking you, conflict and defeat. You're feeling pretty beat down right now, all right? And being beat down isn't really going to help you right now. I know that it's blocking you. It's your feelings. Your feelings are there. You're feeling really kind of wrecked. Maybe somebody else is helping feed that fire, which blows. And I think you should be careful about who you hang out with if they're feeding that fire. But feeling defeated in the moment isn't really is a temporary situation. Okay, remember that this is a temporary thing, and don't take it too hard or take it too much to heart. I know you're Aries, and you can fight through this if you'll just sort of kind of go, okay, this is a feeling. Okay, so take a minute. Take a minute. Decide what you want to do and how you want to do it. All right. The Lovers is in the block department again. But I want you to know that even though it's blocked, I feel like they're not there beating on you. In addition, I don't think. I think that they are, maybe you're blocked from seeing them as supporters. But maybe they are in that situation. For some of you, they will be supporters trying to help you, and you're turning them away because you want to be by yourself. But others of you are going to be having, indeed, somebody who's like, wow, you really got us into this hole. And they're acknowledging your truth to you. Never fun. Sorry about that. It's never fun to have somebody tell you your truth. So it's hard, okay? But they're living your truth as well. We got the jawbone. We got that crazy jawbone. This card has always spoken to me of how there's something to be said, something that you need to work on communication wise. And of course, that shows to me that it's in the block department. So communicating properly is blocked. So maybe it's time to just do some writing, some personal journaling to help you figure out what this all could be, what this feels like, what does it mean? Don't beat yourself up in that way where, just write out whatever you need to write out, okay? Get it out of your head and get it out of your heart so you can move forward, okay? I think journaling will be your solution. It will certainly put you in a position to see more clearly, all right? Deception and envy here's our solution, right? So we were talking about how with all this stuff going on, you were wanting to, maybe it's time to go hang out with some friends that'll remind you of what you really want as opposed to what you have, and be able to push yourself into a place, because indeed, you might be deceiving yourself, putting yourself in a place where you can't do the things you need to do, right? When you see other people living large, it inspires you, which is not always the case with everybody. They say deception and envy. There are some of you who are actually going to have people working behind the scenes to trip you up. Careful, all right? But because this is your solution card, I'm really quite clear on the fact that, Maybe you're deceiving yourself. Maybe you step into deceiving yourself a little bit. But I really want to go towards the side where if it's a solution, it's something that flickers to life, a candle of intensity in you, right? Where it feeds the fire that's inside Aries. Because you don't look good when you're sitting down and beat down and sad. You don't. Once again, we have more information about more stuff you need to learn. You need to get in there, get onto it. But remember that we're paying attention to what we're learning and not putting our energies towards frivolous romantic novels or whatever, right? We don't want to be wasting our time on something we don't need. Make sure you're learning the right stuff. This might be a whole new area that you need to invest yourself some time in. Invest, haha. Maybe not financially, but borrow a book, right? The final card in the solution pile is the Eight of Swords. And it means that we are one more time feeling a little bound up, feeling stuck, feeling unable to move forward. She's all tied up. Look at her. She's got some great ropes and things all tied up on her. But when you look at her more closely, she's holding the ends of the ropes in her hands, okay? So she can, in fact, make a subtle decision to just let go. Let go of all that stuff that's holding her back. Her own mindset, maybe. Let go of people who hold her back. Letting go of anything that stops her from growing, right? So she's going to let go of all those ropes. They're all going to fall off. She'll take off the blindfold and notice that she's got 8 swords at her, right there at her feet, right? She is surrounded by power. She just needs to claim it, all right? I like that about that. So you can claim the power. We Aries can claim this power. We just have to step into it, learn a little something, let the fire burn. Let the fire burn in your heart and bring you back, okay? Because we can, and we will. We will defeat this conflict and defeat, all right? Conflict and defeat is merely a state of mind. Ha! We're going to kill that off and move on, all right? Because that's what Aries does. Ha! So here we go. And I want to go ahead and say thank you again for being here. I'm not going to clarify this. This feels pretty good. Go ahead and like and subscribe. And if you haven't come over to Pirate Readings yet, come on over. I'm here. Ha-ha. And I'm looking forward to seeing you here. Thank you so much. We'll talk to you next week.